How often do you think about your heart health? Are you aware of the risks of cardiovascular disease? Well, let's dive into the heart of the matter. Cardiovascular diseases, encompassing coronary heart disease and stroke, claim the top spot as the leading cause of death in the United States. Particularly at risk are blacks and Hispanics in underserved communities. It's a sobering reality, isn't it? But there's good news. Cardiovascular disease is largely preventable. Stay tuned to learn how you can keep your heart beating strong. Heart Smarts, a health program, is here to empower you to live a heart-healthy lifestyle. This program is not just about information, but about transformation. It offers a comprehensive approach to help you understand and achieve heart health. Heart Smarts is committed to reducing the incidence of cardiovascular disease, the leading cause of death in the United States. The program focuses on underserved communities where the risk of heart disease and stroke is greatest. Through education and empowerment, Heart Smarts aims to turn the tide on these statistics. It's a call to action, a call to change, a call to live healthier, longer lives. Heart Smarts is about arming you with the knowledge and tools you need to make heart-smart choices every day. It's about the power of prevention and the promise of a healthier future. Remember, Heart Smarts is not just a program, it's a life-changing journey. It's about taking control of your health, one heartbeat at a time. But don't just take our word for it. Listen to these stories from people who have benefited from Heart Smarts. Imagine being told you're at risk for heart disease, a leading cause of death in the United States. Now picture having the knowledge and tools to combat that risk head-on. For people like Maria, a single mother from an underserved community, Heart Smarts was a beacon of hope. The program informed decisions about her heart health, ultimately reducing her risk of cardiovascular diseases. And then there's John, a middle-aged man who was once a prisoner of his poor lifestyle choices. For him, Heart Smarts was not just a program, but a lifesaver. It opened his eyes to the risks he was taking and gave him the push he needed to commit to a healthier lifestyle. These are not just testimonials, they are life-changing stories. Stories of empowerment, resilience, and triumph over heart disease. These are real stories from real people who have seen the impact of Heart Smarts in their lives. Are you ready to be the next success story? Your heart health is in your hands, and with Heart Smarts, you have the power to make a difference. It's time to take that first step towards a healthier lifestyle, a step that could redefine your future. Heart Smarts is not just an ally, it's a beacon, guiding you to make informed decisions for your heart health. So why wait? The path to a healthier heart is just a click away. You'll find the link to Heart Smarts right down in the description below. Start your journey towards a healthier heart today with Heart Smarts.
Have you ever wondered how much a man can change when he's forced to confront the harsh realities of life at a tender age? Today, let's dive into the world of Fullmetal Alchemist and explore one of its most compelling characters, Edward Elric. Edward Elric, often known as the Fullmetal Alchemist, is a child prodigy in the mystical science of alchemy. His story is a poignant one, marked by loss, resilience, and an unwavering determination. As a young boy, Edward loses his mother to an illness. This loss, which strikes at the very core of his existence, kindles in him a desperate desire to defy the laws of nature and bring his mother back to life. Together with his younger brother, Alphonse, Edward embarks on a perilous journey into the forbidden realm of human transmutation, an alchemical process that promises to resurrect the dead. However, this reckless venture ends in disaster. Edward loses his left leg and right arm in the process, while Alphonse loses his entire body. But it is in this moment of despair that Edward's true character shines through. Fueled by guilt and a fierce love for his brother, Edward sacrifices his right arm to affix Alphonse's soul to a suit of armor, ensuring his brother's survival. This act of sacrifice marks the beginning of Edward's transformation from a naive child to a young man burdened by the weight of his choices. Faced with the consequences of his actions, Edward makes a solemn vow to restore Alphonse's body. With a new resolve, he becomes a state alchemist, a position that grants him access to resources and information that could aid in his quest. This decision, however, is not without its challenges, and Edward must navigate the treacherous waters of politics and power. Edward's journey is one of redemption, sacrifice, and relentless pursuit of his goals. His story is a stark reminder that the road to atonement is not easy, but it is through this struggle that true character is revealed. Edward Elric, thus, is not just a character, but a symbol of resilience and unyielding determination. His journey is far from over, and there's much more to his story that we'll be exploring in the coming scenes. How does guilt shape a person's life? This is a question that is central to understanding Edward Elric's early development. Edward is a character who carries a heavy burden of guilt. His guilt originates from a failed alchemical experiment that resulted in the loss of his brother Alphonse's body and his own left leg. This guilt becomes a driving force in Edward's life, fueling his determination to restore his brother's body, no matter the cost. Edward's guilt is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it motivates him, pushing him to achieve his goals. But on the other, it fuels an anger that is often directed towards himself and the world around him. This anger manifests as a defiant, stubborn personality. Edward is not one to back down from a challenge, and he often clashes with those who stand in his way. His guilt and anger also lead him to a controversial decision: becoming a state alchemist. In the world of Fullmetal Alchemist, becoming a state alchemist is akin to selling one's soul to the military. It's a decision that is met with disdain and suspicion by many, including Edward's own mentor. But for Edward, it's a necessary